Hello, good evening. Today I will read Leviticus chapter 9. In chapter 8 it was about the ordination of Aaron and his sons and the rituals for ordinations. And now let's continue. On the 8th day Moses summoned Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. So they should stay 7 days. They should have stayed, have been staying, or how can I say, 7 days in the tent of meeting, or at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And on the 8th day, Moses summoned Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. He said to Aaron, "Take a bull calf for your sin offering and a ram for your burnt offering, both without defect, and present them before the Lord. Then say to the Israelites, take a male goat for a sin offering, a calf and a lamb, both a year old and without defect, for a burnt offering, and an ox and a ram for a fellowship offering, to sacrifice before the Lord, together with grain offering mixed with oil. For today the Lord will appear to you." They took the things Moses commanded. Wow, for today the Lord will appear to you. Wow. I really love to hear that for me too. And not just to hear, but to happen. They took the things Moses commanded to the front of the tent of meeting, and the entire assembly came near and stood before the Lord. Then Moses said, "This is what the Lord has commanded you to do, so that the glory of the Lord may appear to you." Moses said to Aaron, "Come to the altar and sacrifice your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and the people. Sacrifice the offering that is for the people and make atonement for them as the Lord has commanded." So Aaron came to the altar and slaughtered the calf as a sin offering for himself. His sons brought the blood to him and he dipped his finger into the blood and pat it on the horns of the altar. The rest of the blood he poured out at the base of the altar. On the altar he burnt the fat, the kidneys, and the covering of the liver from the sin offering, as the Lord commanded Moses. The flesh and the hide he burned up outside the camp. Then he slaughtered the burnt offering. His sons handed him the blood, and he sprinkled it against the altar on all sides. They handed him the burnt offering piece by piece, including the head, and he burned them on the altar. He washed the inner parts and the legs and burnt them on top of the burnt offering on the altar. Aaron then brought the offering that was for the people. He took the goat for the people's sin offering and slaughtered it and offered it for a sin offering as he did with the first one. He brought the burnt offering and he offered it in the prescribed way. He also brought the grain offering, took a handful of it and burnt it on the altar in addition to the morning's burnt offering. He slaughtered the ox and the ram as the fellowship offering for the people. His sons handed him the blood, and he sprinkled it against the altar on all sides. But the fat portions of the ox and the ram, the flat tail, the layer of fat, the kidneys, and the covering of the liver, these they laid on the breasts, and then Aaron burnt the fat on the altar. I'm just reading because... Okay, I continue. Aaron waved the breasts and the right thigh before the Lord as a wave offering. That is very interesting. I really don't understand the meaning of it. As Moses commanded, by waving breasts and the right thighs before the Lord as a wave offering, as Moses commanded. Very interesting. Then Aaron lifted his hands toward the people and blessed them. And having sacrificed the sin offering, the burnt offering, and the fellowship offering, he stepped down. Moses and Aaron then went into the tent of meeting. When they came out, they blessed the people, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. Fire came out from the presence of the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat portions on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted for joy and fell face down. So after all the ritual, fire came out from the presence of the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat portions on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted for joy and fell face down. Wow. From the presence of the Lord, it came out a fire. Wow. Very interesting. And the presence of the Lord was there. And he put his stamp on the ritual, that he recognized it. And he put his fingerprint on it. Very interesting and very nice. But it was very, with all of those rituals that I really don't understand some of them. I mean, wave offering or something. Okay, yeah, that was the chapter. I don't know what to say more than just reading. It was still a part of the ritual of from the chapter 8, from the ordination. God accepted all the sacrifice, all the ritual. Okay. May the God bless me, protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter 2. And what if we do something for God, or but this was not just for God, it was from God law, but if we want to make something, we must wait for, or we must have God's signature on what we do. If it is for God or for His, if we think that we are doing His will or something like that. Okay, that was the chapter. May the God enlighten me in the next chapter 2. And if you want, you will see me there too. God bless you all and goodbye.